Yeah, man, it's that time of a Monday morning where we engage the subject of relationships. So this morning, let me paint the scenario for you. You or your partner have potentially cheated. Now you've decided that forgiveness is possible and you still want to make it work. Now, can things go back to the way they were? With us to discuss this very tricky subject is our resident relationship expert, Dr. Eve, and we'll also be answering your questions or taking your comments. So do give us a call on that number, 083-9133-728. But before we get stuck into it, let's have a listen to what you had to say on the street when we asked the question, have you ever cheated or been cheated on?
I have cheated. It's not a feeling that you really want to feel because deep down inside, you know you hurt someone.
I haven't been cheated on, and I do not believe that you should cheat on somebody because that means you're being unfaithful to them, and I believe you should respect your partner.
Yes, I have been cheated on, and no, it's not an amazing feeling. It's unpleasant to say the least.
And we all take a collective big sigh as we start this one. Yeah, and Dr. Eve, you were saying this is one of your favorite topics to discuss.
Yes.
You've done a lot of research on it.
Yes, exactly. So my book, Cyber Infidelity, I wrote that. It came out last year.
The New Seduction.
The New Seduction. But this was about online cheating, which we're not going to focus on, but we also can't ignore the fact that infidelity happens a lot online.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of the topics that if you ask anybody, Katlego, about do they believe in infidelity, the majority of people will say, absolutely not. I'm totally opposed to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yet, more than half of people are cheating. So about a third of people have cheated, a third of people have been cheated on, a third of people are thinking about cheating. So it's
Sure.
like we have a huge dissonance between our value system around it
Mm-hmm.
and then our actual behavior with it. So it's an incredibly complex and an incredibly painful situation for people to find themselves in.
Have you been able to find that empirical answer to the question, why do we cheat?
Yeah. So there's been a lot of research, and I've done a lot of research on it because I wrote the book, and also because I work with it intensely in my therapy room most days.
Mm-hmm.
And we have something which is called vulnerability factors. So if you came in with a partner and said, I've cheated, or she or he has cheated, I'm immediately going to look at what are the vulnerability factors that you as an individual have, and what are the vulnerability factors that your partner has, and as a relationship, what are the vulnerability factors? So some vulnerability factors may be that you are depressed, or that you are abusing alcohol or drugs, or that you actually have lost attraction for your partner but haven't been able to tell them, or else that you're too traumatized to really be involved in an intimate relationship. Or actually, you really don't believe in monogamy, but you're trying it very hard to do it.
Yeah.
And her vulnerability factors, or his may be, I know that my partner's cheating, but I actually am too afraid to address it. Or also, I actually feel so insecure in this relationship that I'm very possessive, or I'm very jealous in that relationship, which sets it up for an affair to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then as a couple, your vulnerability factors would be things like, we're really not talking about our unhappiness.
Yeah.
Or we really don't have any intimacy between us. Or we don't have any sexual attraction or enough sexual discussion about what we like and what we're not liking in our relationship.
You mentioned the use of alcohol there, or the
Yes.
abuse of alcohol. So an excuse like that does hold water?
No.
Okay, all right, but it is a
No.
vulnerability factor that you said that might cause...
Well, it would be like I am abusing alcohol, or again, what's abuse? I'm out of control with my alcohol because I'm really unhappy in my relationship, and I'm not saying it. And then with out of control alcohol behavior or drug behavior comes along the risk of actually infidelity as well. So you're putting yourself at a higher risk for infidelity because you've lowered your inhibitions, and also because you've kind of pushed that button and said, I'm not really invested in this relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know how to disengage from it, so I'm going to be much more vulnerable to cheat.
Yeah. Well, we're going to continue our chat in just a moment.
Okay.
And our lines are open, 083-9133-728. Let us know, has your relationship survived infidelity? But let's get back onto the street when we asked the question, would you ever get back with somebody that has cheated on you?
No, I wouldn't get back with someone who cheated on me because they don't deserve me. I don't think I'd get back together with someone that cheated with me because it will be a constant thing, man. You can never really trust that person after they cheat on you because you'll always want to know where they are and what they're doing and who they're with and stuff like that.
No, because if you cheated on me on the first time, you do it again.
If it's something that I feel I can't get over, no, I won't get back with him. But if I feel that they're showing me that they have genuinely changed their ways or whatever, then I don't see why I can't give them a second chance, even if it doesn't work out the second time around.
So that was about a 70% no and a 30% yes. Is it a case of once a cheater, always a cheater?
No, absolutely not. And I think that the 70% are really naive. They've obviously never been cheated on. That's another one of the principles that we all hold very dear, where we'll say, if this person cheats on me, I'm never going to go back. It's kind of one of the deal breakers, right? If you abuse me, I'm never going to go back. If you cheat on me, I'm never going to... And we feel that intensely, and it's very real. But when you are in that situation, it's very different. You have a lot at stake. You probably still love this person. And you really find it difficult to just move on and forget this be very principled and say, I'm out the door, I'm just leaving. Mm-hmm. People do that, but actually the majority don't. The majority stay and sit through that pain. And I have such respect for people who will sit through that pain because that glass is shattered forever. And you never can put it back in the same way. It can be rebuilt in a different way and more positive.
So are you saying that a cheater does deserve a second chance?
The word cheating is like,
well, it's what we're talking about. It's as real as it is. We've got to face up to the music.
You're right. And actually in my book, I never use the word cheating. We talk about the injured partner. The person who is
that just a
injured.
way of softening the blow of what it really is, Dr. Eve?
I think both people are injured. I really, really do. I think that unless you are somebody who is so narcissistic and so uncaring and so unfeeling or just so cowardly that you don't have the ability to say, I'm out of here because I really do not want to be here. And then cheat is a way of actually getting caught out or finding that that's definitely going to be the deal breaker. So I know if I cheat, then I'm going to be out the door. Most people really are doing it because they want to have a conversation with a partner. People also get caught up in situations where they find that there is intimate attraction with somebody else. And then if there is a vulnerability factor, I've just had a child, I don't feel close to my partner, I don't feel I can talk to my partner, you are going to be more at risk to actually act out and to injure somebody and be injured yourself. And this is in real life because, with cyber infidelity, that's a different conversation altogether.
Yeah.
So this thing is, somebody has to be judged, like you're the cheater and for life you're going to be judged as being a cheater. I think that's really particularly harsh.
All right, we'll get back to this topic. It's got so many levels.
Yeah,
it's got so many levels, and we'll keep our lines open on 083-9133-728. And tell us, has your relationship survived infidelity? And if so, how did you make it work? If it hasn't, what are the challenges that you face with regards to infidelity if you are, I guess, experiencing it right now? But right now, let's find out what else is coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast show.